All right. Welcome, friends. We are only 5 right now, but we are now also 2, 4, 6, 8. All right, we are 9 in person. So I will quickly show the room, and so you could believe me.
I'm not believing you.
And hey, I hope, by the way, you can hear me. Just give a heads up that if you have some problem that seeing or hearing us. Okay, good. All right. We are starting 18 sharp, so it's 6 p.m. already. Welcome again, everyone, for the Amsterdam Meetup that we are talking. We are going to talk about MuleSoft AI today, API for AI, etc. Me, your host, Amsterdam Meetup leader. Can you go one thing? Yeah. All right. So welcome, guys, again. MuleSoft for AI. Today, Srečko here. You can see in the screen that he will be presenting us. Can you go one more? Yeah. So this is quickly forward-looking statement for the legality that whatever you see in here is not legally bound by MuleSoft, and then we are of course referring to some future items that may or may not be presented at that time. So can you go one more? Let's. For me, I'm integration architect, MuleSoft platform integration architect, and Meetup leader in the Amsterdam. And for the last 4 years, I'm living in the Netherlands. In total, more than 12 years in IT, and specifically 8 years with MuleSoft, and working in the Devo team, which is the Devo team is our sponsor today, having the place that we are having now, the meeting in person, and providing everything. And after here, the dinner and the drinks. Thanks to the Devo team again, providing us this opportunity. And then I will give you our presenter, Srečko. Go ahead, man.
Thank you, Fatih. I hope everyone hears me. Can we check just if I'm auditable?
Go ahead again.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
All right.
Yeah. Okay, so welcome everyone. Nice to meet you. Nice to see you all. My name is Srečko Crevar. Originally, I come from Serbia. I'm living and working already 7 years in Netherlands. I have over a decade of experience in development, system design, and enterprise architecture. Over time, I really heavily focused on integrations and built strong background as an integration architect. Amazing 10 years at Devo team. Worked for really nice names in our industry: the Rail, National Health Service UK, Renewy, Just Eat Takeaway, or Tausbezor. And Fatih pushed me to list down all MuleSoft achievements. I have them all, but I must say that I'm most proud of MuleSoft Delivery Champion. I'm not sure if someone else in the audience has it, because I think it's deprecated and you don't have an opportunity anymore to take that certificate. And apart from that, I like doing knowledge transfers, thought leadership, public speaking, and hence I'm today here with you. Agenda for today. When I look now at screen, it's quite extensive, but we wanted basically, before we jump into the hands-on, just to bring everyone on the same page in regards what's happening currently on the market, how AI evolves, what that means for integration, etc., etc. And then after that, we will basically bring a bit more flavor of MuleSoft and talk about two different angles: AI for MuleSoft and MuleSoft for AI, what generative AI brings for MuleSoft, but also how MuleSoft is dealing with market in sense of AI. We will have, if I'm not mistaken, 3 really nice demos. And yeah, for the audience here, of course, we'll wrap it up with nice dinner and drinks. Okay? So let's kick it off. And I would like to start with one question. How is integration with Salesforce different from integrating with OpenAI? And it's kind of a trick question because according to me, there is no difference. You still need connectivity, you need security, you probably need some kind of connector. And if you know just a little bit about Salesforce or MuleSoft, this is something that we and they are doing forever, right? So for us, the small step, the next step to open up for AI is pretty natural step. And think of it in a way that, yeah, people make a lot of fuss these days about AI, but many of my colleagues would tell me also, Srečko, you know, but there are loads of fun stuff in AI. And for sure, that's also true. But from integration perspective, it's pretty much the same things that applies. So we can say that AI is just another integration. And you must coach yourself these days at least once, having that feeling that you have been through these changes, that you have been through all these transformations, or that you have done this before. And I'm not sure if it's going to help you anyhow, me saying that we are all in this phase, which is called digital deja vu, because indeed we have done this before with previous technology waves, with internet, with data, with cloud, and now we are doing it with AI, okay? But it's not bad because we have lessons that we learned, and some of the lessons are that basically integration actually multiplies the value. Security scales trust and speed wins. And what I mean by this, every new technology wave starts with hype and ends with standardization. So what feels revolutionary one day eventually just becomes our routine. You have to remember that integrations and not isolated IT systems and tools are the only ones actually that generates the value. So the big wins comes when systems are connected, and with AI, it's not going to be anyhow different. And still, security, governance, and scalability must follow this innovation and grow in parallel. Okay. And now, as we speak, AI reached a turning point. We shift our conversation from if to how to make all these meaningful, responsible, and scalable. And why is this important? Because a market is showing that by 2027, half of all business decisions will be supported or automated by some kind of AI agent. And this AI-based decision-making is going to be as strong as the quality and accessibility of your data. And now if you would ask me, like, can you pull out one word and plug it in every further slide and highlight how important and critical it is, I would say for sure it's data. And we will talk about data a lot today. And next to data, we need, of course, APIs because they act like nerves within organization. We need somehow to surface this organizational context to our new agentic workforce. And thus, I can say that basically there is no AI without APIs. Why? First of all, we need high quality of data, and APIs and API strategy ensures data transition. Second of all, we need APIs to basically build these integrations. And third, if you already have solid API strategy in place, security, governance, and scalability will also apply for your future AI solutions. Having said this, we still see that many organizations are struggling in managing and governing their APIs and thus in unlocking value from their data. And at the moment, we see that more than 95% of AI projects are currently failing. And why they are failing? The main reason is we start building something without defining real problem. So then we have teams that are chasing actually technology and not outcomes. We start building something without checking if processes within organizations are integrated. And that will lead AI to stay on demo level, never becoming solution. And data readiness, poor, scattered, inaccessible data kills performance. And something that I always like to highlight, and that's something in our human nature, people don't adapt to something that they don't understand. So it's very important at early stage to involve change management, governance, and ownership to make this shift possible. And why shift is important? Because believe you me, we are going to talk a lot in future about AI. And what we see happening is APIs connecting to the LLMs, and then LLMs connecting to the other LLMs, and so on, until we don't connect with all the agents. And then we get to the something that is called AI enterprise. And to get there, we have to cover a couple of components. And first in line is composability. And I think more than a decade, we have been talking about composability. Together with partners, we help many organizations to build their IT systems in flexible modular way. We help in modernization, basically. And composability was for the low and massive number of customers way how they can simplify unknowns from digital transformation. And composability is going to be very relevant in this agentic enterprise. However, if we do quick flash forward, landscape is changing a bit. So there are a couple of more things that we have to take in consideration. Next to the composability, we have agent actionability. And let's be honest, many CAOs, CIOs, probably in your case as well, guys, you're in pressure, to become agent-first company. We all want to build an agent, but we all also know it's easier said than done, right? Because if we talk about agent actionability, we have to look how to optimize architecture, how to prepare and optimize processes for the agents that we can move or expand from composability into actionability. And that's not an easy task at all, because you still have to think about, are you going to take your API, augment context from the API for an agent, or you're going to look at your APIs as agent-ready assets? And this is basically where whole composability into actionability is talking about. Next to that, we have agent transformation, and this is not just about building an agent, it's a lot more to cover, because we still have to think about agent orchestration. It's not just about, it's orchestration with multiple LLMs, reasoning, RAG. Of course, you have to think about guardrails. And we are here, we and you, we know that we are not there yet, but we want to help you to detail steps and to get there. Because if you look at the picture, this is what we think where major number of our clients and customers are at the moment. Because if we look at past, we moved from complex enterprises to composable. What means complex? That time we spoke about data silos, all legacy systems have to be connected. And then we shift our conversation and helped our customers to build reusable building blocks, modular building blocks, accessible by internal people, customers, partners. And now we want to turn this composability into actionability, because we think you and we are just there. Because for an AI strategy, you need data strategy. And for data strategy, you need integration strategy. And in most of the cases, we all have already integration strategy, which means that we have data strategy. And it just remains, how to connect all these strings together and to get us there as agentic enterprise. However, it's not just about tech. We have to basically bring in our radar talent culture, so people. So we have to drive cultural change, enable experimentations, and foster learning, because you have to bring your company members, team up to speed with what's going on with AI, and get trainings for them, etc., etc. And last but not least, it's of course strategy and business. So business has to define why. They have to give us clear business problems, use cases, and desired outcomes. Okay. So now further on, we will bring a bit more flavor of MuleSoft, and further discussion we will break in 4 pillars: build, orchestrate, govern, and observe. As you already saw, we are not going to cover all these 4 in today's session. In today's session, we are going to focus mostly on build. The rest we will cover in the upcoming session. So let's dive in. So let's see how we can build our agent foundation faster and supercharge development. So to be able to build faster and to enable agents to thrive, we have to build robust foundation based on a couple of principles. First in line is to leverage API first approach. And again, here comes composability that we talked about. So we have to use that composability as a reliable, scalable backbone to streamline connectivity and reduce complexity. And what that means? For developers, it means faster delivery, easier scale. For data team, it means access and governance. And for the business, it's of course agility, more services and more products. Next to this, we have to basically make sure to have data in proper shape. So we need clean data products, clean domain-specific data products that are aligned with digital vocabulary of your organization. We have to make sure that all these APIs and data products and API products are designed and built following semantic first mindset, because only that way your agents will be able to interact and understand information meaningfully. And I'm talking about semantic now, but I'm not sure if you properly understand me. So strong semantic layer inside one organization act like a navigation system. So fully understood by any intelligent entity, AI or human. So it's very important that basically you have that layer properly designed. And I think now, even if we talk what happened recently, where Salesforce and MuleSoft acquired Informatica, they are bringing even more to this data foundational layer. And I believe that it will help us to build a robust, secure, and foundational layer of data for AI, reducing hallucinations and improving accuracy. And just to wrap this up, keep in mind that we have basically to build this following semantic layer, because only that way agents will be able to take actions and move across your digital workforce. And this was one angle, actually, how we look in build. And this is more like architectural point of view. So there is also other one, which is more focused on developers, admins, and operations. But before we jump to that, I like to share that basically AI is not going to save any one of us. Integration in data might. And what I mean by this, success in AI is not going to happen picking the right AI model or vendor. You never know who is going to win this tight race. A market is changing every day. It's so fast. So putting bet on that, it's not going to help you at all. However, we have to focus to build a right operational model that will help us to basically navigate and move as market and technology evolves, and build the right foundation around it. And then the next one is how we are helping developers, admins, and operations. So of course, there are quite nice capabilities of generative AI within the Anypoint Code Builder, which we'll show today. There are a couple of new things within the platform that helps in documentation generation. We will also see that during the demo, and then also the Anypoint Exchange agent, which I think will also boost our productivity a lot more. But I won't now spend much time on this slide, because I would like that we start with hands-on and with first demo. First demo is about, let's do some vibe codings. So we will deep dive in the capabilities of Anypoint Code Builder, and let's see how much we can achieve in this short period of time. I want somehow to frame it within 30 minutes, so let's see what we can build and do within the 30 minutes. But before we jump in, just to highlight that to be able to use basically MuleSoft Vibes, there are a couple of prerequisites, and that's that you need Salesforce and Einstein org, and to make proper connection with Anypoint platform, and you need to basically do a couple of tweaks on the connected app, which requires some permission sets. If I'm not mistaken, it's called Mule's Developer Generative AI User. And then it remains only to connect from Anypoint Code Builder to Anypoint platform, and you are there. Okay, so now I will switch to Anypoint Code Builder. Before we go on, Fatih, is maybe time now for some questions?
No question. None for the moment.
Okay.
Yeah.
So this is Anypoint Code Builder. As you can see, I'm connected to the Anypoint platform. Important things also is that you install the Anypoint extension pack, and when you do that, you will have basically access to the code builder, and actually to just rephrase myself, this is Visual Code Studio with extension of Anypoint Code Builder and MuleSoft Dev Agent. Couple of things, maybe just before we jump to go through. There are three here features that I would like that we look at. First one is to add context, and basically we are using this feature if we want to update just this specific file, like we want to make update on just Exchange JSON file. We want to change group ID, and we are going to do it like this. Same goes if we want to basically perform particular Git commit or to do any action on specific folder. So remember, context window you use if you want to basically perform actions on specific file, folder, or you want specific action to be taken, okay? Next to that, we have MCP server, which basically in background we are using. So I'm using out of the box MuleSoft MCP server, and here you can see really, we can see even the number, which is 41 different tools exposed, different operations, let's say. And And here you can basically check for every operation what it does, what are the required parameters or optional parameters, and so on and so on. Okay, this is not only, you can also use some remote servers or get some from the market space.
Is this
Yeah.
This is only part of the plugin that you
Yeah,
install?
yeah. MuleSoft
The
MCP server is part of the plugin. Yeah, so you don't need to worry. And then next to this, where we are, we have another section where we can set the rules and workflows. And in general, rules we are using in case of, for example, I want to build a rule for Maven version. So let's make one. So and clicking on the plus button, it opens the new window where you just use natural language and just explain what do you want. In this particular case, I want to tell I want to keep basically my plugin version to be always 4.5.3 and that it doesn't change. Okay, so with this, whatever you're doing, whatever operations you're running, it will always make sure that you use this particular Maven version. Okay.
If there is something which is not compatible or something, does it throw a message or?
So I haven't tried like something what is not compatible, but I'm assuming that it will throw the error message. Yeah, because behind the scene it's LM calling MCP server, so I believe it will throw error if not earlier than during the build. Yeah.
I believe this is kind of template prompt that always injected to you.
Yeah, it's kind of yeah.
This is more like a server message prompt. Actually, that's always sent with your on prompt.
Yeah, and there are two levels how you can set this on the workspace level and the global. Next to that, we have workflows, and workflows basically we use when we want to set some repetitive tasks like clone repo multiple times for the same feature, or make some repo, or make future branch, or import project in ACB, etc., etc. So it's also very easy to make one. So you just name it like, I don't know, git clone, and we add one, and again it brings new window where you can just use natural language. I will just put something to showcase. But here with workflows, you are actually invoking workflows. That's a bit different. And how you are invoking it, you are invoking it in the context window, just pressing backslash, and you can see it here. So when you want that it's executed, instead of like doing manual work, so you are preparing some workflows steps that you can just execute. And I'm not sure like how much you're familiar. There are also two different modes, plan and act. Plan you use mostly if you would like first to see what way, how it will be generated, built, which operations, which steps, etc., etc. So you are not allowing Agentforce to execute. And act is opposite. So it will, as it goes, plan and also execute. Yeah. Again, you have a bit control over it, because here you can set permissions like actions that you are allowing it to execute standalone, and where you actually look for some kind of approvals. And we will see that a lot during the demo. And I think this is mainly about, you know, important stuff on the UI that you can see. So now, yeah, let's try it. Let's run some prompts. So I would like to start lightweight. So let's check, for example, usage of production and sandbox cores within my business group. And we want to check only design, test, and acceptance environment. So let's see. Oh, sorry. Let's see how it goes. So immediately here you can see that it runs requests, so it will connect with the platform. I hope so. Yeah. It tells which parameters it will include, which operation it does, and now it asks me for approval. Do I agree to include all this? Yes, I agree.
So right now it is interacting with MCP server.
MCP, and MCP is calling
connects to
Calling the platform.
platform APIs and gathering this information.
So this is like real time.
Yeah, this is real time.
On the event.
Exactly.
Then you want that.
So now it use operate a list application, so it will go through it. So and this is unpredictable. So one thing that I learned, you know, everything with LLMs and AI, it's a bit, you know, you don't know what to expect. So now it's asking the exact name. The environment must have different names. Let's just check test environment, doesn't matter. Because sometimes it takes, I don't know, from your guys' experience, 30 seconds. Sometimes it can take up to a few minutes. You really don't know. But eventually it gets back with response. And as you can see here, it basically gave a response saying that, okay, at the moment, the usage of our test environment within particular business group is this. So these are applications that we have, how many vCores, summary, in total 5 applications running on Cloud Hub 1.0, 1 application, Cloud Hub 2.0, 0 production cores, etc., etc. Okay? So
but you must put the client ID, secrets, etc. to access to the.
I haven't done that because I have made a connection with the platform itself.
Okay.
Yeah.
Via MCP server.
Basically, it's just it's just regular connection from the Anypoint Code Builder to the Anypoint platform here. So basically, you make the connection with platform via connected app. Yeah, you have to have connected app with a right permission sets, and then you are able to execute.
You configure it there. All right.
Yeah.
So your permissions are allowing you to access platform APIs.
Yeah.
Then why do we need the MCP server in between?
This is how basically LLM communicates.
And AI can
Only via that platform over
So that means
protocol.
that means the elastic monitoring that we do for getting such kind of stats could also integrate or somehow call these MCP servers to get real-time information on the dashboards.
Of course.
I mean, right now it's done in a different way, of course, but this could be
This
more.
is consuming AI power. So
Yeah.
maybe you can do this once, get the JSON, and always then use the API instead of using LLM, because this is not efficient way of always calling the LLM.
Okay, so now let's move further. So let's now start designing an API together. So I will make one API. Let's call it Devo Team Employee Onboarding API. I want to store it here. It will be REST API RAML, and I want to use general POC's business group. Okay. So what it will do now, it will just make empty RAML actually to ask Agentforce basically do something with that, and we will do that as well. So this takes a bit longer.
So creating the YAML, is it based on certain template or?
At the moment, no. It's the only thing. What it makes sure now is that it's either that you choose like. No, it's fine. It throws error because sometimes it doesn't want immediately to move to the workspace. So as you can see, it generated folders under workspace that I use. And what you can see now is just 2 files and totally empty. So we don't have anything in.
Okay.
Actually, this is the standard API function of the MuleSoft itself from the cloud. So
Yeah.
on this level, LLM is not used. So
Yeah.
MCP is not
Yeah.
used.
Yeah, this is basically just creating
Now we
itself.
use
Yeah.
to enrich.
Yeah,
was not
at
the
this
prompt.
stage, this is fully
Yeah.
right. We are still not using LM. So now let's use it. Let's try it. So I will switch now to Agent Dev, Mule Dev, and I prepared some prompt. So let's update this API specification. And I'm saying it should include operations to retrieve newly hired employee information from the talent pool. And if information exists, create new hire record in Workday. So just before that, I would like quickly to switch to our platform to make sure that we don't have such APIs that you guys can see. Am I logged out? Yeah.
You're not logged in.
Yeah, just a moment. I need to log in. So if I now go to the business group, you guys can see that there is no such a API here. So there is no Devo team employee onboarding API. Okay. So now let's run this prompt and let's see what will happen. So again, from my experience, it's really unpredictable. I mean, AI and LLMs are non-deterministic, so we never know. It can take 1 minute, it can take a few minutes, but eventually we will get somewhere.
Oh, it's showing as well.
Yeah, it splits the window. So on the right-hand side, you see the new things. On the left-hand side, you can see what you had already. If you're building from scratch, if you're doing modification on the existing file, it will also show what it does. Yeah, and always you can come to the specific operation with which Agentforce executes, and you can click either compare, which will tell you, okay, I have done this change in this particular file, and if you don't agree with this change, you can always restore it.
Task completed.
Okay, so this is much faster than I expected. Lucky we. So let's see now what we got. So as you can see, basically, from my experience, again, it really gives good starting point. So whatever you see here, it makes sense. So I can't say it's basically production ready. You will have probably to adjust for your need and purpose and et cetera, but this is really something that saves a lot of time. And it really looks nice. And here you get, as previously also, on the left-hand side, what have been basically completed. So it says that basically it implemented get talent pool employees operation and get talent pool employees employee ID. It created post resource for creating new hire, and then for the onboarding and some data types, employee, workday, etc., etc. It also gives the error scenarios, error codes, examples, which is quite nice, responses, etc., etc. Okay. So the next thing that we are going to do is basically to try to publish this, okay, to Exchange. Just give me a sec. So And let's see what it will do.
Mm.
Even you misspelled the publish. Let's see if you
Did I?
understand.
Okay.
Yeah. I think that won't be a really big deal for the.
Yeah, hopefully, yeah. Let's see.
You don't need to
How
provide
AI
the-
understood those parameters? to
So I
be
made this
present?
by purpose.
Didn't even provide
So because LLM use behind it use LLM to basically understand the natural language and basically try to understand what
What
you
is
mean
needed?
exactly, and then to invoke operations or tooling from the MCP server. So as we can see, it says that it will create API, it gives the version, etc. Okay, let's approve this.
So specifically, you needed to even tell the name of the API. Right now, you just mentioned publish the API. That's it.
Yeah, it's you saw me. You can even see what I put. But you know, during I understand that it knows because we basically did one step manual where we did the skeleton of the RAML. We said what is the name of the
Yeah, it's
API. So
the
basically, it takes that information from
the
there.
previous step.
Yeah, from the workspace project.
Is
Okay.
it always asking you those steps, or you made like some settings?
Which steps?
Like it was before that asking is
To
that-
approve?
Yeah, to approve.
No, it asked me because I set my permission levels here. So I
Okay.
told like, okay, you have to ask me if you want to take these
Yeah.
actions. But you can also like do auto approve. You can see that on the screen, and you can also allow Agentforce to do everything
Okay.
without you cross-checking.
Yeah.
Does it remember different sessions?
It remembers so far what I could see only whatever you're doing within this session.
Then
If you
not
go
only-
to the new task, it's like totally new session.
Yeah.
So and even you can't see basically the history of what you have run and etc. Okay, so it seems that we managed to publish assets. So let's see if this is true. If I quickly switch and do refresh the screen, yeah, we can see that asset is published in the business group that we selected, and we can see that basically it properly named the API, and
Operation.
basically it is like we had in the RAML specification.
Mhm.
Okay, the next thing that I wanted to show here is the functionality to generate automatically documentation, which I think it's quite mature, quite good looking. I'm not sure if you guys agree with me. So, you know, just pressing one click, it will generate really detailed and good documentation. For us, that's always painful when we finish, when we have to write documentation. So any kind of help on documentation, sequence diagrams, I will come that later. It's really helpful. And these things really work well, and it's shame if we are not using it. So yeah, now let's wait a couple of...
It's human readable. I'm totally happy with that one. So
It is, yeah.
Does this functionality also require the Copilot? All right.
For this,
Yes.
you don't require any Copilot.
I mean, not Einstein.
No, this is different. So this is what generative AI capabilities bring in the platform. So it's pre-built. So as you can see, I'm quite happy. I'm quite happy with this documentation. So it lists every method, every parameter, gives really nice examples, explanations, responses, even the structure of the error messages.
So
And
it's all fetched from the RAML, right? So
It
somebody-
fetches all from the RAML itself. Yeah. So I haven't done anything to guide or to manipulate on this action.
This is because the rammer was created using the Anypoint Code Builder and
No. So this functionality you can use regardless have you published and used Anypoint Code Builder. Even if you manually, like we did before AI, you just design your API and do publish to Exchange, you still can use the generate document. It's not anyhow linked just to the,
It's
okay?
in a new
Yeah.
version actually.
Yeah.
But if suppose you have manually created your anvil and that does not have examples and error responses, then your document will not have it.
Yeah,
Okay.
actually, that is also a good question. That can still have some examples actually, because this is also runs the LLM on, at the background. So that depends on the hallucination. It can also create the data structure and the example.
yeah.
For example, yeah.
Yeah, it's important. Yeah, what level of informations you have in your API. So in current API, LM generated really nice examples, how request message should look like, what we are expecting for response, etc., and use all that together to make really extensive documentation. However, this every time you generate, it will look different. You are aware of that. That's something that you have to be careful, and we will show that now.
We have one question also.
Okay.
Can this documentation be versioned in the source code management like GitHub? As on a day-to-day use cases, they are using Git or another stored code, not the platform. Is this overwritten on a new version deployment? Or is it creating a new version?
What you mean on the new? The document itself.
Document itself.
So I will come to that. My next step is to showcase this. So in essence, you have to basically clean up this if you want to generate the documentation again. And I will just showcase this. So it doesn't update document automatically when you if you publish new version. And let's try. Maybe I'm wrong, but let's try it. So that's the next step. So I think that I saw that I don't have for employee date of birth. So let's update. Yeah, and one more thing which I noticed is that we don't have any security. So let's add that. Let's try actually to add that. So I will say now update API specification to include employee date of birth and make API secure. So let's see now what it means secure for.
You didn't say anything about how.
I just said secure. And now you can see now again split, and it immediately shows and breaks on the left hand side changes, etc., etc.
Updating the same.
And it's updating the same file. Yeah, I hope so.
That's also a little bit experience.
Security scheme edit.
I think I saw O out.
Yeah.
Nice.
Date of birth.
While it's building, one question. Have you experienced with using collections in the RAMO level?
No, I haven't tried. So far, I haven't tried that. I haven't tried using also some kind of, because we all probably, you will agree, we have some kind of templates that we use. And I think I haven't tried still. And I'm not going to make any statements. I will go with just I haven't tried. Good enough.
But can you also attach a file to your prompt?
File?
Might be.
Yes, you can. Yeah. That's possible. Yeah. It's possible. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we can see that it added now date of birth. I think soon it will finish.
Probably it will
And we can see also now on the screen that it increased the version, so which is quite good, I would say.
Major version.
And it's not major, but minor version, which is also quite good. Now it asks me, okay, to approve, because it will, I think, yeah, it will create it and publish, I think also. Request body must not have
Is
more.
there also another page that you can see the API requests, or these are, this is the request that is, or do you have details with the
Request to the MCP server?
MCP server?
So this is the only place where you can see.
Create and manage asset
Ah,
operation.
Not the endpoints or, okay. You have also
You need to hire Shaq.
So apparently I can see now in response again that this is success. So let's see if it updated actually documentation, and let's see if, and it says here that it basically added OAuth, which is quite okay. It added date of birth. Okay, so let's see.
So in your last prompt, you mentioned only about the security part and the.
So I said, please update this API specification by adding employee date of birth and make this API secure.
That's it.
That's
But
it.
it will automatically publish itself.
It will automatically apparently
Even
publish.
if
Yeah.
it was not part of the prompt.
Yeah, so now if we move, let's see actually. We are all doing this together. So if I do refresh screen,
1 minute ago.
yeah, but I think I saw, yeah,
the versions one.
it actually increased the version, it published API. So let's see now, I think in security is added, it's added.
Yeah.
And then also, let's just check, I think we can just quickly go to the documentation. You can see that basically the date of birth is not added, right?
Because they're two separate
Exactly, yeah.
Because you
It's,
regenerate documentation.
so, and what
Okay.
I figure out that actually if you want to use again, but be aware that basically every time you are using it, it generates
Select
totally
them.
different document. So if you want still to keep, if change is small, like parameter or like one field, my suggestion is that you manually actually add that instead of doing like me, cleaning up, saving, and then regenerating.
Or using another LLM agent, ChatGPT, whatever, give that prompt, please add to this. Yeah?
Maybe you should communicate this to the host as a good topic for the next meetup. So now, yeah, we will regenerate and yeah, in meantime, to don't lose on time, I would like to move on. This will be run in background. So let's now try to generate, for example, something that I really find nice, HTML out of this document. Let's see what we will get. I will leave it in meantime to run if this is still, it's still running. Yeah, as I said, sometimes it takes more, sometimes less time, but eventually we will get there. So now what it does, basically, it just generates the one HTML page, which you will be able to open in browser and really go through the documentation. And I find this really nice because it looks good. It looks good. It's really nice when you need to share with someone. But let's see, maybe this time it won't be.
Yeah, if someone doesn't have an exchange access
Exactly.
somehow.
Yeah, so now you can see that it regenerated. We got now security schema details on the screen, and we have date of birth. And you can see that we have now totally different structure of the document.
Security scheme.
It's totally different. So this is something that you have to be aware before you jump in this segment. This looks better, yeah.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
the problem. Actually, next time it can be totally different.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, that's.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
You cannot put a standard for your documentation. That's maybe the issue. That maybe on some other API that you will say generate, and it will generate in the old.
To be honest, I think there is possibility because you still, as for the projects, you can use the template. So I believe that you can use one template and tell LLM, please publish this to Exchange following this format.
actually, it is also possible documentation to create on your local and publish together with your assets. So you can also control that one from here.
And now it asks me, it's done. It asks me to run command, and let's run it. Let's see what we will get.
What are you running? The opening page.
It's
right?
not recognized.
Open
Yeah, it doesn't matter. So anyway, this should be in the here.
Can it open really inside Visual Studio? Like
Yeah, usually I'm not sure
Oh,
now why it throw the term open is not. Usually it gives you immediately from here to open. Let me try one more time. Yeah, it doesn't.
You can directly drag and drop the file to the browser.
No, he can go on the path and just open.
Can we ask LLM to fix the terminal error message? No, it does, really it does. You can tag terminal, then it checks the terminal output based on the
Yeah.
responses.
One thing.
Is it because of the Slack or something that it's not able to?
No, it couldn't recognize the open command.
Let's see what.
But anyway, it can be always
Yeah.
done.
I mean,
It's saying now it starts.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay, yeah.
it done it. Yeah,
Mm.
usually it does it in first shot, but yeah, we had to play a little. It's okay, guys. You know, we learned. It wouldn't be fun if it's perfect, right? So, and now you can see basically that this looks really nice. It looks nice. It looks cool.
More like modernized surrogate page.
Yeah. So you have possibility to generate the HTML documents as well. So let's move on. So the next one, I would like now let's generate application and let's scaffold it. Okay.
Oh,
So this probably will take 3-4 minutes.
now we are close.
So you're creating an implementation like from scratch.
So now basically we are creating application. We are doing implementation, and based on the resources and methods that it has, it will just break it down and then do the implementation. Yeah. Okay. If you are not, it can even, if you just do generate a Mule project based on API, it can even do the MUnits, run test coverage, and a lot of more. So due to the time limits here, I will keep it just on the scaffold because
For
they're
an existing client who is already using MuleSoft and has Cloud and all these things. I mean, for making use of Anypoint Code Builder, do you need anything more, or they can just start using it?
so for code builder, you don't. Yeah. So for the code builder, you don't need actually
You don't need
anything.
for
You
license
need
or-
for vibe coding, because for vibe coding you need Salesforce with Einstein
Okay.
permissions, or with Einstein AI, and to link that Salesforce organization with MuleSoft platform, and then to link with Anypoint Code Builder. But for the code builder, you don't need, and there are multiple ways how you can do it. You can do it, you can use desktop integration development environment like I'm using it, and it can be different. It can be Visual Code Studio, it can be Cursor, it can be many other. And there's also options to use just via the web browser. So now, this will take some time. But if there are any questions, maybe we can take.
Only one before, and that if you can share the list of MCP server config list, but I guess it's only if it comes default, right?
Yeah. So the I'm not sure now. I will wait that this tasks finish, and then can showcase that. But basically, it's visible in the. Maybe I can show.
Yeah, I think right at the beginning it was visible.
Yeah.
I will show that just.
After
Let's wait a couple of minutes.
Okay, it's
You have full list of all operations. It's 41 operation, if I'm not mistaken. Currently. So after this, this will finish. The next thing that I would like just quickly to show, and I'm quite impressed with the level of details that it does by building the sequence diagrams. So I think this is something really helpful next to the documentation. And I see huge benefit having this ability to generate this documentation and sequence diagrams. For example, when we start some project that is ongoing, we are not sure if proper knowledge transfer is done. So you can just load your project and then basically wipe code and ask, okay, can you generate documentation for this project? Can you write sequence diagrams? And it will give you really extensive documentation and level of details that you need.
Would be a project, an application, and then it will generate based on.
Yeah, you just need to load project here,
file.
and then
Okay.
you are good to go. So I think,
The reverse way. Just put something.
Yeah.
here and to
so as you can see now on the screen, so implementation is done. So it generated a couple of files. M units are not generated. So now, sometimes also this design service takes some time to load, but it will get there, trust me. And again, it really gets to the point that it boosts your development speed and kickoff speed and helps a lot.
Do you know that, is it also possible to make a distant split between countries of the MCD server? So is it running on?
So I believe,
EU,
I'm not sure about that, but my understanding would be like, just if we think that I'm connecting here to the Anypoint platform, so I'm assuming where my platform is based, that it will use the server, like is it US based or EU based, that it would determine from where we will invoke the server. It's just logical sense, right? But yeah, as you can see, it does work. And I'm not sure how much you guys are familiar with, but it looks like this in Anypoint Code Studio. This is basically the interface level where you can see the API Kit router, and you can also see that it considered many different error scenarios. And here we can, sorry, not here, but here we can click and see all these different methods, operations that we have implemented, and basically it took everything in consideration and did its implementation. Okay, so the next one, I just want to get on time with everything. I want now to ask to build the sequence diagram. So let's see what actually done it. What has been done? Okay, so I will tell Agentforce to build sequence diagrams.
You didn't even mention which,
So far, I saw that basically it can provide sequence diagrams, plant UML and Mermaid. I haven't told him what to do. I'm expecting it will return Mermaid. But I have, from my experience, you can just also ask for the
specific.
I know for plant UML and for Mermaid. I'm not sure about if you have something else on your mind. And again, this is really something that was not on this level a few months ago, like November, December. So last release made huge improvement in this, I must admit, because I hope it will. And now it listens to me, so maybe it will make some fun. But it should give really nice sequence diagrams. In the meantime, I will just prepare some online Mermaid editor.
Oh, it's HTML.
No, it also, yeah, why not? It's okay. Yeah. So I think this one is done. Yeah, only thing which you have to do is.
Do you have a plant UML plugin?
I don't actually. I think so. Now what it did, it basically broke it down in few, right? Yeah, so it broke it down per API, which kinda is annoying. It's kinda annoying, but you know, for example, I tried. I have it here. I tried today for the same API, same action. You can see Workday, Talent Pool, Mule, and it really did quite in one go for full application. I would say it's really, really nice. And actually, it points out even the transform message specific logic that you have within the code. It basically highlights everything on the sequence diagram. For someone, it might be too detailed, but again, I like the level of details that it has been provided here.
Some Workday future implementation. It's not house-made.
So, but now I copied. So let's try what we got today.
You just copied one operation.
Yeah, I just copied one operation, and it looks quite good.
Yeah.
It looks really quite good, and it's even with authentication out there, which points out, which is again nice.
So yes, assuming that the downstream applications are Talent Pool Workday, because that's not something you mentioned anywhere.
We mentioned actually initial prompt was when we were building an API, like we want API to be able to onboard Devo team employees. Hire must exist in Talent Pool. If it doesn't exist, create it with Workday. So based on this, it knows that actually backend systems are Talent Pool and Workday. Okay, and the last thing, I know, Fatih, we are running out of time for first demo, but last thing that I wanted to showcase is it also generates really nice M-units. So I will tell now, just generate a set of M-units for the specific and mock the data set. So far, what I realized, coverage is quite high. It goes up to this 100%. So it really makes sure to bring coverage.
Scenarios, everything.
Coverage.
But it's not created initially, default, right? So when you create the app.
No, because I specified that I just want to scaffold it. But if you say, for example, just build, implement this API, I have experience that it can basically do everything, even write the test case.
The sequence diagram that was created, it also takes into consideration the error scenarios and everything? Or
Yeah,
just-
Yeah. Just a moment to find. So this one,
This one doesn't have.
no, but I'm not sure. Yeah, so now I can't go back.
Control Z.
So here, I think,
there is
here you can see.
409.
So it even can, if it's there, it can, sequence diagrams are really in good way generated. And one more thing, which I will just mention, because we have to move on with the next demo, is it really generates also nice Postman collection. So you can just input and say, please generate a Postman collection for my API, and it really does it properly. Okay.
That's good.
So now, you can see it invokes operation generate M units, approve. It will make sure that basically it covers every operation, every resource, and eventually it will list down how many test cases, what is the coverage, etc., etc. Maybe sometimes it requires reiteration in sense that after you get this M units created and you try it, sometimes there are some small mistakes which you have to correct. But anyway, considering how much time we lose on building from scratch, this is really helpful. And again, I'm mentioning, please guys try building, creating Postman collection. It's just amazing. Maybe in background, I will run it to showcase at the end.
So does it all depend on how you give the prompt? The word that you use or the framing of
Depend on what? The test cases?
Yeah.
No, if you do it like I did it, just saying that please generate the M units, so it will just go through whole application, all resources, all methods, everything. So aim is to build 100% coverage.
And the Postman selection, it depends on your prompt.
Postman collection is same. Just tell same way. I will showcase that as well if I have a few more minutes. It just generates. This is a bit.
It generates the error scenarios also as to what I know.
Yes.
Error scenarios,
If it's specified inside.
if it's there in your application, it will just create a correction set for that.
We have also one question here.
Yeah.
Have you ever tried the existing project to run this, creating the M unit tests? And is it work? Because for Anastasia, it seems it didn't work.
Yes, I tried. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Same goes with deployment in my case, I must be honest. So now you have also option to run command and say like you have now your Postman collection and you want basically to test it. So let's deploy this locally. For me, it's like sometimes it gets there, sometimes it requires so much reiterations, but it's doable. And from my experience, I use combination, to be honest. I use combination of Anypoint Code Builder and still MuleSoft Studio. So these things that I see value and it speeds up a lot, I'm doing it here by vibe coding, and still I'm somehow really connected to Studio. And for complex things, I think it's still, that's my opinion, still easier to work with.
Still, the user also needs to learn how to prompt correctly.
Now I press cancel. Sorry. Okay, but okay, resume task. Okay, this is something. Okay. In meantime, I want just to go further on. It will generate, and then we will get back on this. The next is break. So
Yeah.
Any drink?
Yeah. So we can have a quick break, guys, and then in 5 minutes. Right now it's 13. Let's meet at 7:20 by our times in 7 minutes back in here, and we will continue. Thanks.
Okay.
All right. We are coming back from the break. So let's continue, Sreshko.
Okay. Before we continue, or let's wait more, maybe we can later on showcase test cases. So the next is talk about how MuleSoft, what we have provided by MuleSoft, to basically deal with the AI and to work with LLMs and work with vector databases and so on and so on. I hope many of you guys heard about MuleSoft AI Chain, which basically helps us to simplify development. It standardizes, unifies our AI ecosystem, and it gives, again, enough space and to build all this faster and use this AI-driven innovation. And something that I really like in this MuleSoft AI Chain project is that it has a lot of templates that you can use to build on, to expand, extend, and that's not everything. At least you can use it to learn, right? And when we talk about MuleSoft AI Chain or AI Connectors, I have to mention that this is this started as a Muse open community, and then I think the story goes like in the direction that many customers and clients liked what have been done within the community. And eventually, basically, some of the connectors have been productized, which means that it's MuleSoft certified, and you have full support from MuleSoft side when you use these connectors. Connectors which we have at our disposal are on the screen. So MuleSoft AI Chain connector, which integrates LangChain for J capabilities into MuleSoft. Like every connector, it basically makes our life easier to connect and interact, in this case, with LLMs and vector store. What I see as a valid use cases where we can use this AI Chain connector is to store with store the knowledge hubs, AI chatbots, sentiment analyzer, etc., etc. Then we have Agentforce connector, which allows us to bring capabilities of the Agentforce and Salesforce to the Anypoint platform. Einstein connector, which is basically if we want to use trusted layer, and basically what is that trusted layer? Trusted layer, in essence, is kind of some kind of gateway that basically allows us, if whatever goes through that trusted layer, basically stays within the Salesforce ecosystem, which means that no one can use data that goes there to train the LLM model. Then we have next generation of MuleSoft AI Chain connector, which is called MuleSoft Inference Connector, which is faster, more reliable, better. And suggestions are that when you start new development these days, to use the Inference Connector. Then we have Whisper, which allows us to transform speech to text, text to speech, connector for the vector databases, web crawler, and Amazon Bedrock, which kind of gives us to bring capabilities from Amazon to basically Anypoint platform. Okay, and now you can see on screen how all this basically works together. And my main attention was here to showcase different LLM or large language models that are currently available, different vector databases that we have connection to from connector or possibility to connect via connector, and how basically conversation and flows look like. However, I will try to cover most of this in the next demo, which is to basically check the capabilities of AI connectors. As I said, please, guys, use the MuleSoft AI Chain project. It's a lot of examples, templates that you can use to work on, showcase different capabilities from AI connectors, and go ahead. So now I hope, yeah, my component is running. I will just go here and try to basically start all this. So what I will do now, I will use one of the projects from the MuleSoft AI, from MuleSoft AI chain, which basically gives me possibilities to use one UI and showcase all these different features that are there. So it will take some time just to connect. Okay, so it's pretty straightforward. Just grab the command. Now it's running, and when it's up, we should get some nice UI that we can showcase all this. Again, you can use only for demo purposes, like to showcase. You can't use this as a product to your clients and customers. It's more like to basically explain in them. It takes some time to spin up. In meantime, to don't lose time, okay, let's see what's going on with our M units.
Still ongoing.
It's still ongoing. I had to approve something which I missed. Okay. As you can see, it started and UI looks like this. So main thing about UI is, yeah, you can, in project that I run locally, I have set up 2 LLM providers. I use OpenAI and Mistral. Why? Because I want to show different capabilities. So when you do the prompting with one model, it doesn't mean that the same response you will get when you use the other. So let's see how it's different. And let's immediately start with chat completions. So let's ask a question. So what is the capital of Netherlands using OpenAI? So let's see what it will answer. Again, I'm mentioning, so this is a disposal of everyone. This is open source. You can use this to play around and do the demo. It answered that the capital of Netherlands is Amsterdam. So let's see what will happen if we try Mistral with same. We will get, no, it's much more extensive, much more details.
Because it's local, because it's EU.
Yeah, okay, it can be. But anyway, it's always different. So the next thing, what I will showcase is we can manipulate with the number of tokens that we want in our basically response. So at the moment it's set by default 1,000. I will set 1. So let's ask the same question. I will just change the model to OpenAI. I have with more tokens there.
Let's return on the A.
So what do you guys think? What will be the response?
A.
A?
No, it's a word, right?
Only Amsterdam.
Only Amsterdam.
Only
Only Amsterdam. You are quite close, but let's see. It's token is
one word.
it's not word. You can't. It's just text. It's not even word. You know, it doesn't need to be word. I mean, it can be a or b. But we can fix this if I change this to 1,000 and we go to the prompt decoration and we say here use one word. And if I ask same question now, So I'm expecting it will return just Amsterdam. So you are able to do the prompt decoration, okay? I will remove this. The next thing that I would like to try is chat memory. You have option also to play around with chat memory. If I say here, I am Srećko, probably I will get answered, nice to meet you, hello Srećko, how can I assist? Okay, if I ask now, who am I? You are a unique individual, yes, that's totally correct. But if we enable chat memory, and we have option, for example, here to set how many messages, and now again, if I say I'm Srećko, oh, I'm not typing, I'm Srećko, who am I? It should know now that I'm Srećko. Yes.
Can you now ask what was my first question?
Let's try. What was my...
Who am I?
Look, because of I'm curious about.
But you have to understand that we haven't enabled who am I. Yeah, it's until moment when I enabled memory.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
it knows.
And where is it stored? The memory?
Yeah. When
So
you
memory is within the window. Yeah, the session context. Yeah.
So it's not being used to train the LLM.
I hope so.
Yes or no. I think you can also store it on the regular database, so
Yeah.
you can remember long. It depends on your design. But this is cloud-based, I guess.
What is that?
So
Okay.
it depends on your design.
What is that?
So furthermore, let's try the toxicity. I just okay. I will disable. Then I say you are fat and ugly. So probably. Yeah, it will ignore or detect, but sorry, it was chat memory enabled. So let's see without memory. Okay, so now if we enable toxicity detection, I think it should recognize that this is toxic input, which is also nice. The next thing that we can also try here is building some internal knowledge store. For example, I can ask question, what is Agentforce? Let's see if it knows. I'm not happy with this, but what we can do, we can, for example, create a knowledge store base. So I will create one knowledge store, Agentforce, and then we will do the web crawling. So in particular, I will ask LM to go to the particular website. I will say just cover the first page that you can do by setting the depth level. 1, 2 means like if you click on the main page, it goes to the child, etc., etc. And I will say, okay, store this in Agentforce. So it will go now to the Salesforce website, collect the data, what it can find on the heading on the first page, and store in particular store. And now if I change and say, okay, use the Agentforce, and sorry, not this one, yeah, and ask same question, I am expecting that it will give really more to point, yeah.
So now this knowledge base becomes.
So now it picks from the knowledge store that we created, and you can see that it actually went there because we can see Salesforce motifs and diagrams and everything. Okay. And
One question.
Yes.
So that, the token limit that we have, input and output tokens, you have set to 100 and 1000 and also 1000, right? So I think everything that is now the output that we are getting is being limited to 1000 tokens, right?
And also it gives you ability here. You don't see these guys, but I'm running this application, so you can actually see the usage of the tokens and then how much in output, how much costs you if you would like to.
Yeah,
No.
that was my question. So it's, the costing is based on the token usage.
Yeah. So now last thing we can try is to basically ask what is again capital of the. So let's see, will it answer? Okay, it answered, but we can ground this by selecting enable ground responses. So what that means is that it will just check in our store. If it doesn't find anything, it will say, I don't know. So
the sources are already in our ground, no?
sorry?
No.
Not to my knowledge, okay.
Yeah. So it says that I don't know that because I can't find it in our knowledge store. I don't know. So it doesn't go outside that.
Yeah, you limit with one source.
Exactly.
So when you did not select it, it did not find in the knowledge base and then it got
So
it
if
from
we
outside.
don't select grounded responses, it will check in knowledge store because here I'm using the knowledge store. But if it doesn't find it here, it will go on the internet. But with grounded response, it just looks there. If it doesn't find, I'm not able to provide you that response.
That this is the
Exactly.
Do you know that or tried that? Is it possible to create an AI console?
AI console.
Console.
What do you
To
mean?
ask all the AIs in once.
Okay, like to use multiple LLMs at the
Yeah.
same time. This particular UI, no, you have to select one at a time.
Yeah.
But I'm so far haven't faced with application or something that you can at the same time use multiple LLMs. It's more like I saw routings where based on particular previous knowledge, it can determine which LLM would provide better response. But to my knowledge, I don't know for that kind of example. Okay, and this is basically just short example, guys. Again, try it, use it. It's pretty nice thing to know.
One question also here. I assume the history adds to our input tokens. Are the extra tokens that are being used for the chat memory included in the max input tokens? Or is the max input token parameter only for our prompt and not for our history?
So basically, it use. Yeah. Okay. Good question. Yeah. I think it use both ways. The max output tokens, regardless, because anyway we are sending a prompt, we are sending a request. So it just maybe scopes down, you know.
Putting the max input tokens.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it still burns down the tokens,
Okay.
which we can probably see here in the app. Okay.
Yes,
That's about this demo. We have one more demo, and in particular, this demo talks about, again, use of MuleSoft AI Connector. In this particular case, what we have done, we built some incident agent. Why incident agent? Because it will help our clients and customers to prevent missed tickets, reduce manual triage. You can imagine that if ticket is lost or assigned too late, it can get hundreds of comments, a lot of attachments, etc., etc. And then it takes some time, you know, to do proper analysis and provide some feedback. And for sure, this automation speeds up whole incident flow. And you can see on right screen side technologies that have been used for this particular case. So we are basically connecting ServiceNow, MuleSoft, and Azure DevOps boards. We are using Azure OpenAI for this particular case as a LLM model, which will basically grab all the informations like comments, attachments, descriptions, everything from the incident in ServiceNow, analyze that, give executive summary, and provide the possible next steps in resolution. Okay, when it's done, it will create proper ticket for particular integration team member on the Azure DevOps board. And then we will follow if any change happens down the road, it will also be reflected in the Azure. And when it's done, we will also close it in ServiceNow. But I have really, I had recorded this session, sorry, not session, demo. So let's see how it works. So now on your screen, you can see the ServiceNow, how it looks. And then you can see also Azure DevOps board, which is empty, nothing is currently. No, it's Azure board. And now I'm creating one incident. Important thing here to notice that we have Azure ticket ID, we have AI summary where we are expecting actually that summary comes from. It's not editable fields. And now, you know, we are putting some short description, which is connection issues during AI agent testing. We are putting some description. We are assigning there to some group and to particular member to that group. You can see that attachment is put. It's just one regular log file from MuleSoft platform, which says that there is Mule connectivity problem. I think we will put some comment as well. I think certificate is not working properly. Let's try it. And we are going to do submit. So now it should go through and it should appear in Azure DevOps, and also we should get the but it didn't went through. And it didn't went through mainly because we have full control over it. And as you can see, it's assigned, in this case, to wrong assignment group, because we made this integration automation possible just for the integration team with future, of course, extension. So now it's switched to myself because I belong to integration team. And let's see now what will happen. As you can see, the ticket pop up, and also we got the ticket ID and AI summary, which says that basically there is some connectivity issue. What is really nice that we see that it actually takes attachment because it specifies connection error flow, which is inside the log file, like inside the attachment. And also it gives really nice steps where to look further to it, basically try to fix this issue. And when we open the ticket on the Azure board, we are providing this AI executive summary with the next steps also in there. So the next step is let's make some change. Okay, so I think now certificate is resolved. Can integration team perform another check? And whenever we do a change here, it again reiterates and provides based on new knowledge, new summary and the next steps. And this is also sent back to the ticket, but this time as a note. We want to still keep original starting point and description within the ticket. And the last thing is now, okay, we have looked into it, we fixed, we are providing our resolution, which is, okay, the wrong endpoint, for example. We are basically putting that as a note, and we have to close this ticket. As soon as we close the ticket, we will go back into ServiceNow, and we will change the status of incident to resolved and not closed. Why not closed? Because still incident owner should go and close the ticket, confirming that it's resolved, but also we are sending the last comment as a proof in incident on ServiceNow.
Bi-directional.
It's bi-directional.
An example where the users have access to ServiceNow, but the support team or development team will go to fix the issues. They don't have access to ServiceNow, so they are working on their own board, which is the Azure DevOps board.
Yeah.
So that is the only for them. That is the interface.
Anyone can basically from IT opened the incident. The problem is it's many times not assigned to proper group, proper member, and it gets too late to the development or integration team. So in this particular case, as soon as it's created, it gets
Onto the board.
to the board with proper AI executive summary and possible next steps, which minimize the effort in doing triage. And then it's bi-directional, like we saw.
The AI summary got created based on attachment.
So AI did summary based on
MuleSoft logs.
AI did summary. I'm now not just only MuleSoft logs. So basically, it did summary, as you can see on screen, based on short description, all the comments in attachment. Okay.
Everything that you fill in here.
Exactly. So it takes everything into account.
So on ServiceNow, the assignment group and assign to. So when it comes to the DevOps board, is it then assigned to that specific?
Yeah. So when user selects group and particular member, in this case, in this example, it's me.
Yeah.
It can be a you or anyone else. Ticket is created for that person. Okay. Let's. Yeah. So like we said. We split this in multiple parts. I hope you enjoyed in this first one. In next one, we are going to focus more on orchestration, governance, and observe pillar, where we will talk about MCPs, A-to-A connections, and in general about MuleSoft Agent Fabric. Fatih will let you know on time for the next session. However, before we close, I want to make another statement or question. So if something is moving million times faster every 10 years, what should you do?
Wait.
So I think first thing that you should do is to make sure to get onboarded, because on the train, it's not that fast. Okay. And I must say, I'm not sure for audience, but I missed Bitcoin train in 2012, 13. But good thing about AI, we are still not late. So let's invest in knowledge, let's invest in AI, and let's build these amazing AI solutions together. Thank you.
You're welcome.
No, we don't have questions here. Thank you guys joining both online and in here. If you have any questions, ask away. If not, will this be available in YouTube? Yes, I'm hoping that I can upload it, but possibly as an after the event, I will upload it also to our Meetup platform. It should share it with you. I'm not exactly sure where it goes, if it's a specific site or it's YouTube. I will check it and I will deploy. I will not deploy, of course, upload to the YouTube, hopefully. But it will be also shared. The presentation probably also be shared in our Meetup system, and you will get it. Yeah, then that will be all. We will have a quick raffle for the MuleSoft merchandise in here. So sorry guys for the virtual friends, that we cannot send the merchandise to you. So yeah, thanks for joining us, and have a good night.